What do people mean when they say, oh, it's a write-off? Why do they say that? Let's talk about that. Okay, you're out for dinner with somebody and you may hear, I got this. It's a write-off. I'll make it a write-off. It doesn't mean it's free, but what does it's a write-off mean? In a business, you've got revenues and you've got expenses. So you've got things that bring in money into the business and things that take money from the business, provided they were used to attract that revenue. It's a business expense. What you pay tax on as a business is not the revenue number. It's not what you bring in. It's what you're left with after you pay your expenses. That number matters. So based on that amount, which is called your net income, you have to pay income tax on that. So if this is straight math here, if you have expenses that are increasing, then you should have a lower net income overall, right? Because A minus B equals C. If B is higher, then C will be lower. Follow me? And then you pay tax on what's left over. So when someone says, or you hear it's a write-off, that means it's a category in B here. Someone is using the revenue earned over here to pay for this and will therefore not be paying income tax on that additional amount that they just spent. If it's a viable and it's truly a business discussion, and I don't want to get into the is it or is it not, that's up to you to decide. But when someone says it's a business deduction, I got this, it's a deduction, it means someone's going to take that receipt and say it was used, I spent money in the course of doing business, therefore it's going to reduce my overall income, which means at the very least, I won't have to pay tax on the amount I just spent. So let's use numbers here. If I had a business done to somebody, and it cost $100. If I submitted that and say, I got this, I'll write it off. $100 is an expense. That's $100 that I didn't earn in net income. And therefore I won't pay tax on that $100 that I otherwise would have if I didn't have that deduction, if I didn't have that write-off. So in a corporation, that might save me $12, $13. But if I'm a personal business owner on my own, I don't have a corporation, just a guy with a business, that might save me $53 because I wrote it off. So I don't mind spending because the effect there would be cost me $47, even though I paid $100. Does that clear things up? So when someone says I got this, it is a write-off, that's what they mean. It just means I'm going to reduce my net tax payable at the end. So it's not a full cost to me. I do have to pay for it fully, but I will get a deduction later on when I don't have to submit taxes to your friendly neighborhood CRA. Now go on, get wealthed up.